All right, boys, Diablo 4. I've been grinding, if you've been on stream, and I've got an update to the build. We're Paragon 250. It's been an absolute nightmare to get this far. And I'm going to go over the things that have changed. I'm not going to go explain everything in the build. The build link for the written guide is in the description. It's just enough to show you everything and kind of give you this. This has taken a lot more work. You can literally roll a barbarian or sorcerer or a warlock and deal 20 times the amount of damage and be tankier. Like Whirlwind Barb is just insane. But I've been on a mission to really make this paladin really good. And I've changed. I'm going to go over what I've changed since my last guide. And I just got fucked on a pair of pants. Let me show you the pants I had. I had these pants. 4 greater affix pants. I had strength, life, faith regen, and then max life again, and they were all greater affix. And I need that faith regen. I had 6 faith regen. I needed it. It was perfect for the build. So I transfigured it because I finally got 40% damage reduction on the heavenly strength. And this is never how I transfigured probably close to 40 items. It's never replaced an affix. It's always given me extra item quality or an like additional strength or an additional thing. It fucking removed my faith regen and gave me resistance to all elements. So I'm still struggling to get money to re-roll. I had to put on some older pants that I had, and it's got, as you can see, less armor. I managed to get a little bit more life, but I rolled a 3 faith regen. Obviously with the masterwork it's 4. I need to get it to 4 on the re-roll so it'll hit 5. It'll still be 1 less than what it was, but that 6 faith regen made such a difference in this build. So if you're having resource problems, try to masterwork a faith regen, and then from one of the glyphs you'll get honed, and you'll get 1 faith per every critical strike you do. So that just fucked me big time. But I did hit level 250, and the biggest thing with the Paragon board is I went up and I got my last glyph. Now I took my Arbiter glyph that was down here, and I moved the Arbiter glyph up here. So until I get 4 more levels, I can go 1 willpower, 2, 3, 4, and I can get to 25, which gives me that additional bonus up to 18% multiplicative damage while I'm in Arbiter form. And the wing strike damage was up to like 200 some percent. So once I fully spec this out, that'll be good. But getting 4 more levels is going to give me big multiplicative back. But I switched this one with Spirit. So I get 15.8 times critical strike damage, 278% critical strike damage, and then the enemy takes up to 15% multiplicative damage from you from hits critical strikes. So that's big. So before my that's really the only thing that's changed. All right, so you're gonna swap the Arbiter for the Spirit. And then, you know, if you manage to grind this far, because it's a pain in the ass, that's what you'll get. But that's the only thing that's changed. Skills, while we're here. I was still thinking old days where you started at 1 point in there. So I took that point out. I have a +3 on my runes. So this gets to 39. It can go a little higher. I'm working on it. I removed Holy Light Aura because that's what I use for Fortify. Now, old Bill on stream cued me in on a bug. So with this, right, I was running 15% more aura potency, and I was running weakened enemies who die within Fanaticism Aura, heals you and fortifies you. Now, it wasn't a lot of fortify. Holy Light Aura, you'd pop it and you'd have full fortify. Problem with this was if you were fighting a boss and you lose your fortify, well, you're going to lose a shit ton of damage because you don't have fortify. So he was like, dude, try the Rite of Vengeance, which I was eventually going to get Rite of Vengeance once I got my fortify figured out. And then I had this, and he was like, run the resource generation, because this just says increases resource generation for you and your allies by 25%. And this just gives you multiplicative critical strike damage. That's it. Okay? But when you use the active for this, it gives you around 3,000 to 4,000 fortify. So you can pop this every, I think in Arbiter form it's like 9 seconds. You pop it and you'll get fortify. Pop it, fortify. Pop it, fortify. So that's definitely a bug, because it says nothing It's coming from this. If you unspec this, you pop it, you're not going to get Fortify. You put this on, you get Fortify. It doesn't make any sense. It's 100% a bug, but that's okay because they nerfed Paladin so fucking much that we need bugs. But that's what's changed. So now we're getting big attack speed, big critical strike chance, and that's the only thing that's changed there. And yeah, so as far as I think on top of that, my talismans, I'm running +3 to disciple, +3 disciple, +3 disciple. I only got +3 to core. I'd like this to be +3 to disciple, and then +3 to disciple. Still 100 hours, no mythic fucking seal, dude. It's driving me nuts. It doesn't exist. I've had the boys carry me on stream through T12 Mephisto, and literally we did like 17 or 18 runs. Not one person got a mythic seal. I've tried everything. I'm kind of over at this point, but and then if I did get this, I'd probably get the shit one, but I would want the one that lets me run 2 sets, because then I'd run the set that gives you it's like 52 in the set, gives you 55% bonus aura, which is going to boost your attack speed, your critical strike, your critical damage, and it's going to boost your defenses, because I think with Defiance aura, yeah, so that would give us another 21% armor and res, which is going to be massive. So if you can get a mythic seal that has that, put that on and then run the one that gives you the extra aura. And then I changed this from Griswold to Herald of Zakarum. I got that 50% increased strength, resistance, armor, and retribution, and it made me way tankier, and the strength is just insane. Before I changed my ring up, I had to put life on hit on my ring. I just changed that, by the way. I went life on hit so that way I don't die as easily, because that's just big. I did change that, so life on hit on the ring, okay? But I was running, I had over 4,000 strength, and my skill damage was above 500%, and it was like big armor. Toughness, I think, is like 3.73. I think it hits 3.9 mil. I still have this crazy cracked weapon. Everybody asks about Grandfather. Grandfather is trash when you get a 4 greater affix weapon like this. I mean, this weapon alone is giving me 920 strength. And then you figure I get the 50% on top of that. Like, it's literally giving me like 1,350 strength just from this weapon alone, plus the 100% crit strike multiplier, holy damage multiplier. Also, another thing, a lot of people are like, I don't understand how your numbers are so high, how you're hitting numbers. And I'm like, well, what are your glyphs doing? Oh, I didn't level my glyphs. Motherfucker, have you not run the pit? You have to run the pit, and then you go in and you level up your glyphs. Like, this one's level 119, 118, 118, 117, 114. Level up your glyphs, and then those percentages get higher. And then look at this, right? Somebody's like, oh, mine is only giving me 34% critical strike damage. Scale it. Go in the pit. Run the pit, man. Boost these motherfuckers. This is like the best source of damage. All right. So I think that's the biggest thing I see with comments of people just don't understand that that's a thing. So get to the pit and grind them out. You're gonna have to do 100, 110 to really get them up here, but this build does that. So yeah, I mean, outside of that, that's pretty much what's the only change. I still have to get 4 more levels to then push to get my my last 4 levels to get that multiplicative damage back. But I will say, I used to have 7.25 faith regeneration. Now I'm down to 550, and that does make a big difference. So between that and the honed, which is it this one? No, where's honed? This one? Yeah. Skills that critically strike generate 1 faith. So it is pretty big. But if we look at our damage, okay, watch my attack speed and my crit. Okay, look at that, 66.8 and 82.7, pretty massive. All right, and then as long as you're critically striking, you'll keep those bonuses. So as long as you're fighting, you're gonna keep those bonuses up. I did switch out the runes, okay, so I still have Neo Q, so I can get the Earthen Bulwark and get that barrier because you need it in endgame. And then I switched to this to Cervex. not your cervix, not your lady friend cervix, your cervix, okay? This gives +1 to all skills, and basically it stays for 10 seconds. And this, every 5 skills become exhausted for 3 seconds. So basically every 4 seconds you're replenishing this, so your skills are always an additional +3, okay? So this is at 39, this will be 18, this will be 7, this will be 30, this will be 4, and then this will be 30. It's pretty crazy. And then obviously, you know, you're going to chase mythics and whatnot, and I still haven't seen some crazy greater affix ones. But yeah, basically that's the update. I'll go ahead and run a pit so you guys can see the build and all that. But let me show you the defense. So if we go into Arbiter, we go from, hey game, come on. We go from 2 million toughness to 2.5 million toughness. Now, if I get the shield up, we're at 3.7 mil toughness. Okay, so that's cool, right? But our hits are in the average in the 400 billions, and basically I'm on Torment 10 because I was farming lair bosses since I didn't have my faith regen, and I literally could do 3 attacks and then I was spent. So that's why I've been running Torment 12. You can watch any of my past streams. Let's run a tier 110 just to show you how easy and possible it is. Now keep in mind, like I said, we're missing the mythic seal, which is gonna add a bunch of defense and a bunch more. I don't have my wings. Hold on, I don't have my wings. Gotta wait for the wings. Let me just do a bunch of damage to get that cooldown down. Okay, wings are up. But you'll see the damage numbers once you get 50 kills and you use Falling Star 10 times, you get all your buffs. Make sure you're popping Fanaticism Aura and Consecration. You don't have to worry about Defiance. And it's a little rough on those red lightning guys, but you get the picture. But yeah, we average in the 400 billions now. Once we get all our buffs up, we're in our consecration, you know, 431 billion right there. I hit 800 billion the other night. There's a 450 billion, and we're not even in consecration. 496 billion, you know, we stand in our consecration. It's just boom, 459. Probably see some 500s here and there. But yeah, I mean, the damage is getting there. Like I said, we lost. Once we get 4 more levels, we'll get that 18% times multiplier, and that's going to be absolutely massive. There's a 5-something billion. And as you can see, it's pretty tanky as well, because we also have the life on hit back. And I mean, like I said, the Arbiter Paladin just isn't... it's just not where it used to be before Lord of Hatred came out, but I'm doing my best to really get it back in a good spot. And I mean, it's pretty, like, the damage is pretty good, you know? It's not bad. And there's still a few things I can do, you know? Like I said, get a few more levels and then get all the willpower nodes around it, so that way the wing strike damage is increased. But the biggest thing is going to be getting those last 4 levels real quick, so that way I can get the Arbiter multiplier back. Not having that extra 1.75 faith regen is really bad. It's really bad. I'm so mad that those pants bricked like that. I've never had that happen. I've never had that happen. But yeah, like, it goes up pretty quick on its own. Obviously, you start crit hitting, and it flies up as well. So it's one of those things where it's good for going through maps and shit, but it's a little sketchy on bosses. But as long as you hit your rotation right, they should be dead before they have a chance to really make you sit around and fight. Tanky ass dude. Orbs. Yeah, you just falling star. Make sure you keep popping fanaticism to keep fortify. I'll show you next time we get hit on something and we lose fortify what it can go to. So this guy hit us a bunch. Come on. Okay, there we go. So if I pop it, look, bloop. Let me run over here and pop it again. So we're at 17,000 fortify. Now we're at 25,000. I don't know why that's like that. I don't know why, but it's doing the thing. It's not supposed to be like that. It just ain't supposed to be like that. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. He's big stunned, but I don't have a lot of... I gotta get that resource back, man. It's crazy how much like 1 to 2 resource just makes a big difference. It's just wild. So, you know, definitely something you want to focus on the build, you know. Anyway, 25% chance, 16% chance. We'll do 25. Got 1, 2, 3. Holy shit. We're at 19.2 now. So let's actually go look. What did that boost us to? It boosted us 284%, and it went from 15.8 multiplier to 16.2. So that's big. But yeah, our damage is going to be consistently in the 500, probably even 600 billions once we get this wing strike damage back to 200% and we get that 18% multiplicative. But I still have my kills, so let's look at this. Offensive, we're at... It just wore off. I'll go outside of town, I'll get that up, and I'll show you guys. All right, so critical strike damage is at 4,800, vulnerable damage at 4,300, all damage is at 2,300. Now, before I put that spirit glyph on, my critical strike damage is like 2,300. So once I get that 18 times multiplier, both of these are going to go up, and all damage is probably going to go to like back to 2,800, 3,000, and that's going to be pretty massive. So those are what my stats are sitting at right now. Like I said, I lost faith regen, and that's a big problem. I get that back to, I guess it's probably going to hit 6.75 if I re-roll this and can hit the 4, which will give me 5 because it's masterworked. I guess I'll take that until I can find new pants that have 4 greater affixes again. It sucks, and I lost armor too, but you know, what are you going to do? But anyway, that's the update, boys. You know the drill. Subscribe, come back. See you in the next one.